Well, just the preparation throughout the week. Each play is a game rep, and once the game start, no guessing and knowing what you're doing in assignments and trusting your technique and trusting the teammates around you makes me play more free.
Is that a big difference from where you were at last year to where you are this year?
For sure, I felt like I took it this year way more serious, and just having a chance to really make a name for myself, and that's the motivation for me.
Is that the biggest difference knowing you're going to play? Like, I know you guys work hard no matter whether you're a backup or not, but last year you're behind some of the other players. How different was your mindset this year? Those guys are gone.
Just having the opportunity, because at the end of the day, it's a blessing, playing for the Ohio State University, and it gives me a little bit of motivation because the last year's team won a national championship. Now it's our turn, my class and my boys, so that gives me the motivation to go repeat.
Kayden, you've got like 2 games this year with 8 tackles. You're the first nose tackle in Ohio State to have 8 tackles in a game since 2012. Thoughts?
I didn't know that. With me, I know I just don't take no place for granted, and I love football. Just Coach Johnson preaches us to have unbridled spirit and have the energy, and it shows on Saturdays when all 11 guys run to the ball.
Have you always been an active defender? Your entire football life, you've just been that kind of guy?
Yeah, I'll say just sometimes. What do you mean by that though? Like,
Well, like, I think right now, Caleb Downs has made 5 more solo tackles than you.
uh,
Like, just getting after the ball, has that always been you?
oh yeah, I'm a game wrecker. I found the ball very easily because with my teammates, and Coach Patricia does a great job of letting us play and not like have us, playing one gap and just letting us just let it free.
Is it fun? Is it been fun so far to play in this defense, Matt Patricia's defense?
Oh
I mean, I
yes,
know it's strange
oh.
for everybody. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Coach Patricia. Yeah, he's a great coach. He's an NFL coach. He won a couple of Super Bowls with the Patriots, and he always talks about being my Falcons. And but Coach Patricia, he has that pedigree, that championship pedigree that we need.
Is the fun part you're not necessarily in the same spot every time, like you're just talking about? You're not just beating up a blocker or something. You actually have activities. How much more fun does it make for a big guy?
Uh, uh, Getting anything like a sack, a forced fumble, just any way to help the team out, and getting the win.
Talking about Coach Patricia, I think you had said last week maybe talking about him kind of being like a mental coach as
Yeah.
well. How much do you see that factor into the play? Like how much is that translated to how you play?
Just keeping my head strong and keeping the main thing, and stop worrying about the outside noise and control what you can't control. That's really been a big reason of why I've been playing so well, and having Coach Patricia, being in the back of my ear telling me things I need to know.
How does he coach you as mental?
Well, just I have a planner, and he helps me either what I need to eat, diet, cardio. What's been going on, how's academics doing, how's family doing. He's a family coach, and I love him to death, and I do anything for him, and I'm just happy to know that he's here.
Is the planner thing new this year for you?
Yes, this planner been going on since the summer, so every day just putting the basics down, the fundamentals down, and just going from there.
You ever sit back and go, golly, man, I wish I was doing this a couple of years ago, meaning, like you said, getting your weight under control, being slimmer, trimmer, et cetera. Do you look back and go, man, that would have really helped me 2 or 3 years ago? You feel like a different person.
Uh, yeah, I feel like yes. Well, I do feel like a different person. Just really, just taking it more serious and fall in love with the process more, and each day taking the steps and be a better player.
How'd that feel, kind of overcoming adversity and then keeping Penn State to no points, pitching the shutout in the second half? It was really a close game to start, and you guys kind of got past that. How'd that feel as a defense, and how'd it feel in the locker room?
I feel like 14 points is still too much, and we got some big games coming ahead, and we can't worry about Penn State too much. We gotta worry about Purdue because we treat every team with the same respect, and we're gonna work towards the Big Ten and on a run to a national championship.
So
It
what
seemed
worries you
like
about go ahead.
it seemed like Penn State was a lot of perimeter running in that game, kind of student body left, student body right type of thing. We've talked to Coach Patricia about how much space you need on the inside, talked about your production today. Does it feel like teams are starting to run away from you, like try and attack the perimeters because they know it's just tough against you up the middle?
I think having Arvell and Sonny, Jermaine out there, Caleb, those guys, Kenyatta, Kayden, I don't got to worry about the outside. I just got to worry about what I can control, and it's the middle. And if they don't run up the middle, they can't do anything.
Right, and obviously you guys have had success defending that too. You guys, best defense in the country this year. What I'm saying is, do you feel you're starting to instill fear in the middle of an offense?
Not yet. No, I got to stay humble because there's way more I can do, and it's gonna get better each week, and I'm gonna play better each week, and do the same thing last year, go win the national championship.
How sad were you after the Patriots-Falcons Super Bowl?
Well, I remember it vividly. I was playing basketball with my friends, mini hoop, and all of a sudden it's 21-28, and next thing you know, Matt Ryan, he does something else, and Julian Edelman, he caught the pass on his leg, and man, it's not a good feeling, but I still love my Falcons, and yeah, I'm glad to have Coach P. Excuse me?
That game was a slow motion cave.
Oh yeah, at first, we were happy, then, at the end, it was a bummer. But yeah, it was a good game.
What does Patricia talking smack sound like?
You know him, he's not a yeller, but when he has to, he will. But he talks smack. Coach P, Matty P. He's got the swag. And I love him. So just got to keep working.
What is the best part? What is the best thing he's brought to this defense in your in terms of what he's added, just from your vantage point? What has set him apart in your opinion?
How professional, the approach he has. He's an NFL DC. He was an NFL head coach, and that should speak for itself.
All right, Kayden, thank you.
Thank you.
Kayden McDonald.